From our Center for the Arts studio, this is your AUTV 20 News Break. I'm Anna Belowski. Thanks for tuning in. The Ashland University Coburn Art Gallery has just established a new program, Art Saturdays. The program will be an educational and creative opportunity for children in Ashland and surrounding areas. The first Art Saturday of the year with the theme Under the Sea will be held on March 26th from 10 a.m. to noon. Under the Sea will guide children through a variety of sea-themed art activities. This class is for children ages 6 through 10 and all supplies are included. Registration is required at the email listed, and a $10 registration fee will go as donations toward the Ashland Cat House. With news of the Russia-Ukraine conflict coming from many different directions, it can be difficult to follow the entire story. Here is a simplified account of the events that have unfurled over the past few months. After months of threats, Russia waged war on Ukraine beginning on Thursday morning. President Vladimir Putin ordered airstrikes on Ukraine in more than half a dozen of its major cities, including Kyiv and the nation's capital, Kiev. The missiles primarily targeted military infrastructure and air defense facilities. The strikes occurred shortly after President Putin announced a, quote, special military operation, end quote. The violence, which resulted in at least 137 people killed with 316 wounded, is partially the result of a long-held Russian belief that Ukraine is a part of Russia. President Putin sees the independence of Ukraine as a strategic and political loss, with the possibility of Ukraine's NATO membership jeopardizing Russia's authority as a world power and democratic ideals destroying his autocratic regime. As a result of this fear, Putin has worked for the past 2 decades to reestablish the borders of the former Soviet Union. In doing so, he has invaded Georgia and Ukraine. Prior to the airstrikes, Putin had claimed that Russia was not interested in Ukrainian occupation, simply, quote, demilitarization and denazification. Ukrainian's Jewish President Volodymyr Zelensky responded to these claims, stating, quote, "You are told we are Nazis, but how can a people support Nazis that gave more than 8 million lives for the victory over Nazism?" End quote. Putin then demanded that Ukraine lay down its weapons or be responsible for bloodshed. Fearing further attack from Russia, approximately 100,000 Ukrainians have fled the country so far, according to a United Nations estimate, with many countries such as Poland and Slovakia ready to receive the refugees. Despite not being a member of the United Nations or NATO, many countries have already come to the aid of Ukraine by means of economic sanctions on Russia and providing weapons to the Ukrainian military. As of now, President Biden has decided not to involve any U.S. troops in the Ukrainian conflict, but has been imposing continually harsher sanctions on Russian financial institutions, including banks. On Thursday, the Pentagon said that it would send an additional 7,000 troops to Germany, creating a larger American presence on NATO's eastern borders. This morning, Putin stated that Russia is ready to negotiate with Ukraine in high-level talks. Stay tuned as the story progresses. While there may not be a direct way for you to help settle the conflict, spreading correct information will help fight against the misinformation and political propaganda of Russia. Now for a look at our 5-day weather forecast here in Ashland, Ohio. Today will be cloudy with a high of 26 and a low of 16 degrees. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy with a high of 33 and a low of 22 degrees. Sunday will be sunny with a high of 37 and a low of 15 degrees. Monday will be mostly sunny, and Tuesday will be mostly cloudy with respective highs of 35 and 44 degrees. That is it for your AUTV 20 News Break. Be sure to follow us on social media at AUTV 20. I'm Anna Belowski. Thanks for watching.